so Powder at the top and Massan on the bottom. I should not say this like that. It sounded absolutely not like I meant it to.
I have
Powder,
no idea what you're referring to. You have a dirty mind.
I didn't mean it to sound dirty. So Fiery War Axe in both hands. That's the Acolyte of Pain killer, basically. You just want it for that specific purpose most of the time.
Yeah, basically the cards you're looking for in this matchup are the Fiery War Axe, the Acolyte of Pain, the Death's Bite, and Harrison Jones. Like normally you would think, oh, maybe I want to keep the Armor Smith, but generally you don't even want to play Armor Smith on turn 2 if you don't have an answer to your opponent's Acolyte of Pain. That's kind of a mistake that newer Warrior players make.
Yeah, it's not a high value card in that matchup specifically.
Yeah, and it just feeds your opponent's Acolyte. So we're just going to see a bunch of armoring up in the first few turns. It's pretty typical of Control Warrior.
Yeah, nothing special there. You can just... I mean, the game starts on turn 4 or 5 when they finally start playing stuff. Like, they're not even willing to play Acolytes of Pain first without a combo with, let's say, Cruel Taskmaster, because it might just get completely denied by the weapon hit.
Yeah, we're gonna... Our first play might be coming from... Massan's like smiling at all this armoring.
He's like, very exciting game today, boys. And there it is, the Acolyte of Pain, coin, Cruel Taskmaster, where the value of the Acolyte of Pain will be at least guaranteed to be 2 cards.
Pretty great. Oh, even a Whirlwind is drawn.
Yeah, I don't know. How good is it, though?
Man, these players are playing so fast for a Control Warrior. Like, at this pace, the game might be done in like 20 minutes. Pretty fast.
You mean 20 days, but I agree. Alright, so 5 mana has been reached. This is the critical point where things start escalating into the late game very, very quickly.
Yeah, this is the point where Sludge Belchers and Shield Maidens start coming down.
Exactly.
Actually, neither of those are on the board.
Yeah, and there's a Fiery War Axe played here because it can be played. There's like no reason other than, hey, my hand is filling up, I get a second Fiery War Axe. I'll try to bait a Harrison Jones on the off chance that you think it's a worthy play, which it's not.
Yeah, generally you want to kill the Death Spite with Harrison Jones. You don't normally get Gore Howls these days because Gore Howl is just not run. But okay, Shield Maiden. Pretty obvious turn 6 play.
Yep, and there's really, I mean, at 14 armor, there's any shield slam will be good. I mean, the odds of the 14 armor whittling down so low that he can't shield slam, let's say Ragnaros, that's pretty low.
Yeah, but
that's a really nice value here from the Sludge Belcher, being able to trade into the Shield Maiden without dying himself.
Yeah, Massan got pretty good value from that Cruel Taskmaster and Sludge Belcher. Pretty much optimally what you want to get. He made the best case out of a bad scenario, having the Shield Maiden matchup against his own Sludge Belcher.
It's not worth it playing Dr. Boom here, is it? Because of the Acolyte of Pain just denying you the ability to really extract the value you want out of the boom bots, is it?
I guess the reasoning is that you might as well play it on turn 7, and also that if you don't play anything, like your other play is like a shielded or Shield Maiden, and that's just doesn't feel very strong at all. This forces your opponent to respond to the Dr. Boom at least, and hopefully it uses up some amount of resources, and it uses up his entire turn.
Okay, so the idea is just to transition to the following turn, I guess. I mean, the response was pretty much top-notch, and the Acolyte of Pain got 1 card, and he's going to get a total of 2 at least, coming from the follow-ups. BGH here.
Another thing to consider is that this matchup tends to go into fatigue a lot, so drawing too many cards from the Acolyte of Pain might not be ideal.
It's sometimes a detriment, actually.
Oh, Harrison Jones drawn off the top.
It is going to deny the Death Bite, but don't you prefer denying the Death Bite that's going to set off the Grom, though?
Oh, I guess this is okay as well. Just, ladies and gentlemen, we've actually just hit the $1,000 mark, so Noxious, we've hit that goal.
Victory! So all we have to go for is $992 until the second mark has been hit. So thanks for donating, guys. Really appreciate it. Everything goes directly to Child's Play Foundation. So just, you know, every bit helps. It's not about the huge amounts that you give, $2, $5, $10, whatever it is that you feel like sparing. Everything is good. So don't hesitate to donate even the smallest amount. So Cruel Taskmaster going to take out the other Cruel Taskmaster. So this is a kind of a, a tug of war, a very slow-paced one, mind you, but a tug of war nonetheless.
Looks like a Baron Gen turn to me.
Yeah, well then again,
I guess it trades too well against your opponent's
with the Death Bite.
Yeah.
That is probably the consideration he has right now. And
I mean,
I think there's a good argument for just, getting the Armor Smith, Sludge Belcher, and Fire War Axe.
there's also an argument for just using Harrison Jones along with the Fiery War Axe. I mean, what else could you want? You deal 1 damage to your opponent's minions. Like this.
Yeah,
this
that's
Cruel
right, because he
Taskmaster
still has
gets
to
its
expend
one.
resources to deal with Harrison Jones. So in a way, it does put him under a lot of pressure. You're right, that makes a lot of sense. I think it's actually better than Sludge Belcher, even if he ends up playing Sludge Belcher.
man.
Oh, Powder.
Well,
Oh no. Massan.
Massan realizes what happened too, and unfortunately, that's gonna be.
Oh. This is... He's trying to wait as much as possible, but...
Yeah.
Is Powder gonna be... Something's hovering over Powder. Is it
That's
just Powder glitching, or what?
That might be the observer screen.
So you can't see anything but hovers? No, because I don't see the mouse. What?
Well, I think this game is over because I think Powder left.
Yeah, I don't know if he'll be coming back, so he might have just lost his 3 games to disconnect.
Well, that's very unfortunate.
Yeah, at least it wasn't at the 20-minute mark.
I mean,
guess.
at least Caldi came back online. Unfortunately, Caldi is not in the tournament anymore.
We could ask him to sub out for Powder. Just for this game.
I mean, this is another one of those games where it's impossible to tell who's really ahead by that much. And if anyone is really ahead, then it's by like the smallest of margins.
Because, I mean, any top deck over time would change. And actually, at this point, it depends more on their deck composition, more so than the immediate board state. It's all about what they have for next turn and what they have during the entire, deck draw. So we'd have to look at the entire deck list and say which one is likely to come on top. But before that, there's very little we can say. So Massan's going to take this win. By default, I guess, due to Powder's disconnect. So that's 3 disconnects in a row, guys. We're absolutely sorry about this. We obviously didn't mean for this to happen. And it's kind of unfortunate because that's taken quite a little bit of time to cast games that we couldn't finish at any point. So...
Yeah, Massan's looking a little sad as well on this stream. Like, it's his first debut, and he didn't even get to prove himself at all in his first game. He won the matches by default.
Yeah, we're going to be casting the rounds of 8 later on, so Massan will get to play against at least an opponent who hopefully will not disconnect that time, so at least he'll be able to test himself in that specific spot.
All right, so we'll be taking a short break, and then when we come back, we're going to see one of the other highlights of the day, Strife Crow versus Tice, all big titans of Hearthstone right now.
Yep. So we'll be right back after the break, I guess. I mean, are we watching the entire game just finish on its own, or...?
Yeah, I guess we should just see how it ends.
Yeah, opponent
there it
list.
is.
There it is. The call from Hearthstone Connectivity just saying, hey, we're done here. All right, so the break is real. We're going to be back in about 9 minutes, it seems. 9-minute break. And yeah, don't go anywhere.